Okay, well, that is different.
You so rarely see gentleman-like behavior with this motion.
Yeah, especially with the, like, covering of the...
Wait. I'm going to go give her a back rub because she's working hard.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. With lotion. With Tiger Balm.
Yeah, I thought I knew what you meant.
Oh, yeah, I just want to make sure she has a welcoming hearth to hang out in.
I want to top up her water real quick.
5, 4. Fuck, marry, kill me. Tequila and Dean. Hypothetical questions. Like, subscribe, listen forever.
Good start. This is a great start.
This is a great start. Hi, I'm Dean.
I'm Kayla. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome to the podcast. Fuck, marry, kill me.
That's what we've named it.
FMKM for short.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em. Fuck me. There's a me at the end.
There's that me.
There's me!
Point is, we're here with a great guest today. She's hilarious. Nick told me to say she won a comedy award.
Oh, Lord.
It's Chik Agwuna.
Welcome to the pod.
Award-winning comedian.
What award?
You can say you've won any award and what you do. So it could have been a middle school. I just want you to know, like, you could, if you've ever won an award, always say award-winning me. But no, it was like a comedy contest at my school.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. They wouldn't let me perform the first year, so I just emceed it. And then the next year, they're like, we'll let grad students perform. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to win. So just write that check out to Chick. Dilly, because you need my full name for the bank.
I won a comedy contest once and had to chase the bookers for 4 months to get the check.
Nah, you got to do it at schools.
Yeah.
They got that money ready.
It was at the Haha Cafe in North Hollywood.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
You know, in Hacks, when they're like, we're going on the road, we're going to do the shittiest club in the middle of nowhere, they filmed that at the Haha Cafe.
Does not
That's
surprise me at all.
so funny.
Yeah.
We're looking for a really shitty comedy. Yeah, this will do.
We're looking for one that looks like it's built on the base of misogyny. Oh, haha, we got it. We got
Got it. Yeah, that's good.
Right in the heart of North Hollywood.
It was the first club I ever went to when I moved here. And I went up to the guy and I was like, hey, I'm looking for, and the rest of the sentence is open mic. And he goes, cocaine?
Oh, my God.
I was like, hey, I'm looking for, and he's like, cocaine? And I was like, open mic comedy?
I was like, sorry, that's my other job.
Sorry, I know I'm at the front of this comedy club, but that's what people are mostly asking for.
Yeah. Like, excuse me, I would just like a bump before I go in.
Oh, okay, yeah, you and Crystalia. Great.
Yeah.
Get in line.
You just offer them at the door, and then you've got quite the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's on cocaine.
Yeah, the
The
$10
worst
cover.
comedy crowd. The worst comedy crowd.
Oh, cocaine comedy crowd? Nightmare.
No.
Yeah.
First of all, you need to hot box every comedy club. That's the way to do it. Everyone's just dumb and happy.
Just gas them.
Gas them. But don't coke them. Don't do that.
No, that's too bad. Because they're like, what was the joke?
It's
Tell
like,
me the joke again. One more time. What was it?
You just
I
hear
haven't said it yet.
Oh, cool.
Chattering.
What was it, though? Oh, that's what we should call this place.
That's how they did that. It must be.
Yeah.
100%.
To be around in those cocaine days of Hollywood must have been wild. They got shit done.
I'd be so thin.
Right.
I'd be like,
I was.
oh, well,
I was
great.
pretty skinny.
Wait,
All of us are like, maybe, my diet plan is not working.
No,
Yeah.
it was a tough time. I was very skinny, and just a bad person all the way around. Just a very uncool guy to be around.
Now, were you a bad person because of the cocaine, or were you a bad person who then did cocaine?
I like to think I was a bad person because of the cocaine, but I had some good. I'm sure I helped an old lady across the street while I was on
Very
cocaine.
quickly.
Did
once or
she
twice.
need to get across
No,
the street?
not at all. Not at all. She's like, please stop. Please leave me alone. Please. I was like, I'm trying to get my merit badge.
Oh, you want to go back across?
Please, I just need to get into the Trader Joe's.
Just keep taking her back and forth.
Just pick her up and chuck her.
Yeah, I helped her 17 times.
Well, then you definitely were a great person.
Yeah, no, cocaine is bad. Don't do it.
Yeah, good.
That's
You have a great joke about that. I won't pimp you into doing it.
Oh, thanks.
But see Dean perform live. It's worth it. It's very funny.
Oh my God, I'm getting plugged. It's so unfair.
I know.
I'm on this podcast every week.
I'm sorry. You know what? We'll cut that out.
Yeah.
No need for that.
The magic of editing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the way this works is basically we're going to ask you some classic fuck, marry, kills.
Classics.
We'll see if they stand the test of time.
Okay. I'm just hoping I don't have a Kiki Palmer moment where you mention somebody and I'm like, I don't know who that is.
We'll see.
it happens.
There's some deep dives, and then some would you rathers,
Okay.
and then some open-ended questions.
Wonderful.
All right.
I love an open end.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's,
If you know what I mean.
I don't.
there were some eyebrows involved in that.
I'm talking about the Socratic method.
I like that you become NPR when you're describing butt jokes.
I'm Nora Rom. That's an NPR host. Okay, let's move.
See, don't put them in a thing, please.
Yeah, don't do that. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
Alf,
Okay.
Charles Entertainment Cheese,
Okay.
Fozzie Bear.
Okay. So I don't remember most of their personalities. So this is all based on my imagination in this moment.
Okay, great.
Charles Entertainment Cheese. Now that is a billionaire. So we're getting married because I'm taking that money when he dies of rat poison. Whoops. Everyone's getting killed. Next is Fozzie Bear. Now you fuck Fozzie Bear, you get pregnant by Fozzie Bear, and now he has to pay you child support.
But he's a failed stand-up.
He is
that what
an
he is?
incredibly successful stand-up comedian who is bad at stand-up comedy.
Okay,
He's
so
not a
I
failed
thought
stand-up
Fozzie
comedian.
Bear, for some reason in my mind, he was a mafia don.
Maybe that's why he keeps getting gigs.
So that's what we're doing there. And then Alf, I'm so sorry. He looks weird. I just got to get rid of him.
Damn.
He's probably the nicest one of all three.
Definitely not.
No.
really?
He eats cats.
Oh, then yeah, fuck him.
Terrible
Kill him.
house-
I mean, kill him. Kill
Yeah,
him. Kill him.
Terrible house guest.
I mean, like fuck him, but like kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know why you think Charles Entertainment Cheese is a billionaire when he's a road musician most of the time.
Just
And has
because
to
he
do
does his
15
shows
shows a
all
night.
over at all times.
Yeah.
And so, and like kids all know him by his nickname, obviously, Chuck. But I think, yeah, I mean, I see him all over the place. Plus, let's not forget, very business savvy. He made a fake pizza place and started selling pizza during the pandemic because nobody was going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a
Wait.
ghost kitchen.
They had a Postmates pizza place, only Postmates. But when you finally, like when people started to check the address, it was Chuck E. Cheese's just across America.
What?
So they were just selling the pizza as if it was like a Domino's
He
during
also
the pandemic.
released a full album during the pandemic.
You are lying. to
I am
me.
not lying. It is a full album.
He did
It
more
is-
than me.
It is yeah. And we were all like, I'm going to learn I'm going to release an album. I'm going to do all this stuff. He released a full 11-track album about friendships during
Wait,
the
was
pandemic.
it you said earlier off mic that Charles Entertainment Cheese voiced by the lead singer for
Bowling for
Soup? Is that true?
Oh, so we've got a dual income.
Yes.
Now that's a power couple.
Yeah. Lead singer of Bowling for Soup is Charles
Wow.
Entertainment Cheese.
So
and
you're
has been
saying-
for like the better part of 10 years.
So the lead singer from Bowling
But
for
not
Soup.
when we were at, so then not when we were at Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
Who did it then?
Barry White.
What?
Yeah. No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay,
Don't.
well, what the fuck?
I was like,
Wouldn't that be incredible though? Can we all just take a moment and be like, hey, have some pepperoni.
it'd actually be more terrifying than he is in real life.
Get on over here and have some cheese.
A rat with a low voice. What are we doing? What are we doing?
No, I don't know who voiced him in the 90s. If we're going for Bowling for Soup,
What's the Bowling for Soup of the 90s?
Well, we got to go for an 80s band. Maybe Milli Vanilli? Like, it's got to be a band that had like a few good songs.
Yeah.
And then they were like,
Enough.
no, I got to cash out.
What about Hall & Oates? Let's just make Hall & Oates.
Yeah, just like one hit.
Yeah,
That's
they
it.
did a one.
Yeah. Name it.
I can't.
Me either. And that's why I did Chuck E. Cheese. I like to think every decade has a failed band
Yeah.
that is then becomes the voice of Chuck E. Cheese or
Who would
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
this decades be?
Machine Gun Kelly.
One of the
quick.
other members of One Direction that's not
I was
Harry
literally
Styles.
thinking of their names. I don't know them.
Niall?
Yes, that's one.
Yeah.
Not Niles? Niles,
Niall.
singular.
No, Niles is the butler.
Niall.
You're right, from The Nanny. Still love that show.
Can I name a third member of One Direction?
Zayn.
Zayn. That's it.
And the one that had a child that I thought was gay.
Harry Styles.
No. There's no thinking there. That boy he likes boys, I think. At least a little bit. At least a little bit.
Or he likes the idea.
Yeah, he's like, I'll kiss one for sure.
Yeah.
You're not putting anything in me.
Yeah, I'll Bad Bunny. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, anybody will Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Any bunny will Bad Bunny.
Any bunny will Bad Bunny. That's the name of the episode.
Okay, so you're killing it. Okay. Okay.
I don't have justification for killing Alf besides like my
He
life
looks
will not
gross.
be changed.
Yeah, that's fair.
In
If
fact, it'll
anything,
be
you'll
better.
just have a roommate that's kind of shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Alf is definitely the type of dude that fucks and then just is just like, I can crash here for a while, right?
Right.
Oh my God.
Do you want anything?
Yeah.
Why don't we just keep this going?
I'll go to 7-Eleven. They have pizza there.
Oh, can I use your card?
It's just my Venmo card hasn't come in because I don't have an address.
But it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming for sure.
sure.
For sure.
Yeah, let me just reroute it to, what's your address?
Now you start getting mail. Ooh, squatters.
Yeah. Oh, man. Have I dreamed about just trying it?
I was like, have you dreamed about Alf squatting?
Yes.
It's all I dream about.
No, there's so many abandoned houses, like in the hills and like in Mulholland area. I have occasionally just dreamt of how difficult could it possibly
There's
be.
like a Netflix show called Warrior Nun. It's such a weird show, but I love it. It's about warrior nuns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's this one character and his like group of ragtag friends who all dress very nice because they spend all their money on clothes and then just break into these mansions in Spain because nobody's going to be there in the summer.
That's so cool.
It's so smart.
I want that.
Just wait for all the Spaniards to go on holiday and you just walk right in. Now, Ring has messed that up, I think.
Yes, definitely.
But if you're like a Spanish rich person, do you have Ring? Because like whoever cleans the house gonna come in and out. So I'll just come in with them and never leave.
Right?
All good.
You don't think they're going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You think rich people can count?
They have people for that, Dean.
That's my favorite rich person stereotype I've ever heard in my life.
They can't count.
Can you grab me 4 bottles of water? No.
Yeah, you hear that? Can you get him 4 bottles of water? Yeah. Somebody will handle that.
Somebody will do that. For me.
Yeah, I got a guy for that.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, fuck, marry, kill the Sanderson sisters. Okay, Winifred, Sarah, Mary.
And Sarah is Sarah.
Jessica Parker.
Okay. Wow.
I know, it's tough.
Wow. Okay, so I was literally about to be like, fuck Sarah, but then I was like, Winifred is right there.
I know.
But those teeth?
I know.
Yeah, okay. Solidified my options, I think. So I'm going to fuck Sarah. I am going to marry the one who was in Sister Act.
That's Mary.
Mary. I'm going to marry Mary. Mary. That's why I forgot it. I already said it. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to kill Winifred.
Why?
I can't look at her teeth at all times. And also, one of us has to be the better singer, and it should be me.
But she's in Sister Act. She can clearly sing.
Not as well as me.
Oh, okay, well.
She didn't get the solo in Sister Act.
Damn.
It was that little one.
Damn.
Yeah. Their sister, Mary, the other one. The one who looks like Julie Andrews in Sound of Music, but redheaded.
Right, yes.
Yeah, she got all the solos. So I think me and Mary will be fine with me singing the lead.
Yes.
Because I'm Beyonce always.
Fair.
Are you a singer?
That's why I don't do karaoke often.
Oh my God. I didn't realize that I was in the presence of
No,
raw
I
talent.
only do, for karaoke, I specifically do voices. So I will do Shakira all day.
Oh my
Because
God.
I do a mean Shakira for a room full of very drunk people. They'll be confused.
Not to force a task on you. But would you be willing to do a short Shakira? A snippet of Shakira.
Can you do Shakira doing a Chuck E. Cheese song?
I don't know any of his songs.
You got
I'm a
it.
bad wife.
She's not in it for that.
We keep our lives separate, me and Chuck.
That's good.
You know I'm on tonight, and my hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel it's right.
Oh my
was
God.
incredible.
That was a real Shakira.
That's
yeah, and
incredible.
you guys aren't even drunk, so imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Imagine
I was.
that crowd.
Now your turn, Kayla. You do Shakira.
Yeah. Whatever.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not as good as Chicks, but
Well,
it's pretty
That
I-
was
solid.
good, though. Like, you
solid.
gotta do something weird and keep them on their toes.
Yeah, her voice like lives between the back of your throat and inside of your nose.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, she's like a Muppet.
Yes.
In a
But,
lot
like,
of ways.
beautiful and, like, it works for her only. No
Yeah.
one else should ever come out with that voice.
No, never.
You're
no.
done.
It
Well,
can
it's-
only exist in the time period when it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because it was established then, we have allowed it to continue to exist.
Yeah, but we won't let another one slip in.
No. Unless Miss Piggy releases an album, it's not happening.
Exactly.
I would buy Miss Piggy's album day one.
I had a choir teacher in high school who had a porcelain Miss Piggy figurine that he would like purposely mess with us with because one person hated it, so he'd always put it away and then like make it like sneak around somehow and like put it somewhere else in the room. So she would freak out. She was like, "I saw you put it in the closet. How is it behind me? I don't understand." It was great.
What
He
did
left.
she hate about it?
She looked weird. It was not correctly painted.
It was not an officially licensed
It was not official.
porcelain Miss Piggy.
He made that himself or something. I don't know, but it was not right.
Kind of like an Arkansas gas station with a bunch of other glass
Yes.
figurines,
Yeah.
like the little dolphins.
And then it melted a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spring Break 2007.
Just airbrushed on her back. I
When
get that.
when he retired, he was just like he was done with them. So he just left one day and never came back.
What?
And then sent an email to the school and was like, "I'm not coming back. You can keep my stuff."
Whoa.
And then I became a substitute teacher the next year.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
And I was like, "Is Miss Piggy in the closet?" And she was. He truly just left. He
Did
just
you take her?
No, what for? That's cursed. She's cursed. No. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I was just happy she was there so I could mess with some children because they were like, "How did you know there was a Miss Piggy figurine in our closet? You're a substitute teacher." I was like, "I know, weird."
I really like the idea of you just pretending it's not there and then being like, "Hey, why is there a porcelain Miss Piggy?" And you're like, "Why aren't you focusing on your schoolwork? I don't understand this nonsense you're talking about."
What are you guys talking about? There
Are
is
you
no
okay?
porcelain Miss Piggy.
Your ADHD medicine is obviously off.
Yeah.
By the way,
Do you need to go to the nurse? Send 20 kids to the nurse.
Back to back.
They're
I
all
saw it. We all
talking
saw
about
it.
this stuff. I don't get it.
I didn't have a school nurse. They don't have school nurses in the school system where I went to a very.
You went to the hospital? You would just go to the hospital?
we just dealt with it.
Oh, okay.
like walk it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. And
Stop
both my
moving
knees
around so
crack.
much you won't feel bad.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a lot of that.
I am so sorry. The nurse at my school, so my mom's a pediatrician, so she was like everybody's doctor, and they would like have her come in and do stuff. So the nurse and her were very close, but not in a way that the nurse would rat me out. So I would take naps.
What?
Once I started to feel a little sleepy in class, I'd be like, "Oh my God, I think like I'm having an asthma attack." And my teachers, not knowing what to do, would be like, "Please go to the nurse." And I was like, "Oh my God, thanks." And I get there and I'd be like, "I'm gonna take a nap. See you later." And she was like, "Okay." It worked out.
That is amazing.
It was great. And the nurses had the best bathrooms. You could like sit on a toilet and not feel the pee of every school like year before you.
1,000 dehydrated teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing to me that you had a cover story for your naps. I would just brazenly nap in class. Like, I think I had an algebra class that I ended up having to take 3 times.
Oh my God.
And one of them...
'Cause you slept through it.
Because I would, like, walk in, I would drop my backpack and just immediately pass out. To the point where I woke up once and I was like, "I'm going to go get some water." And the teacher was like, "What are you this is the first time you've talked to me in 4 weeks." I was like, "I think algebra's pointless. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell
And
you."
you're right.
Yeah, and
It
I was
is.
right.
I had an algebra teacher who hated me, and I was in a phase where I was like wearing a shit ton of eyeliner and wearing hats all the time. I was like
Wearing hats in school?
What kind of hats?
like those weird newspaper boy hats. I was,
Of course.
I was. Like, are we
It's not a
surprised?
ball cap. Like, you're
Yeah, no.
I like to imagine you wear like a cowboy hat and then like a derby.
I feel like they would have been
fedora.
fine with that, but she was not fine with it, and she would give me detention every time I walked into her class. Every time. So one day I was like, I've had enough of this. I made a plan. I walked in, I had my hat on. I was ready for the detention. She was like, take your hat off. And I did. And preface, all girls Christian school.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jew. Me. And I take the hat off, and underneath it, I had a yarmulke on.
I was hoping there was going to be a tiny hat
What?
under the hat.
What did she say?
She, well, everyone else laughed.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were thrilled. Some applauded. She, she not happy. Sent me to the head of the school immediately.
No.
And that woman, wise words, said, "Leave her alone. She's old." And
She knew.
Yeah.
She was like, you going to keep doing this shit every
Yeah,
day, and
exactly.
we're not doing it.
And then she said, "Why do you have so much eyeliner on? Are you in a skit later?"
And lo and behold,
Are you
she was right.
cosplaying as Cleopatra? What's happening?
She was like, "Is this a Tim Burton cosplay? Why do you look like this?" Yeah, I failed. I failed algebra. Is really what it comes down to.
My favorite prank. That's an amazing prank. My favorite prank I ever pulled on a teacher was an environmental science class.
Nice.
And the first week on Friday, she's like, "Guys, we're gonna go pick up the recycling. Yay!" And she said yay, and then a few of the people in the class were like, "Yay!" Cut to 18 weeks later. It's Friday, the last Friday of the semester. She walks in. Her spirit is broken. Because every week we got a little bit more enthusiastic about recycling. The next week it's like, yeah! So by the end of the semester, she knows what's going to happen when she says, "We're going to go do the recycling." And she goes, "All right, guys, let's go do the recycling." The crowd erupts. We flip over the tables. We start ripping pages out of our textbooks. We're lighting stuff on fire. We're like snapping goggles on our own face. It's a full-blown riot of 35 kids in an Alabama public school.
Oh my
and she
God.
just starts crying. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad because I was like, "This is it's the most harmless prank.
Yeah.
You did this. You wanted us to be enthusiastic."
You just broke her.
And I don't think she ever recycled again.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
that
she's
poor
throwing
woman.
she's throwing cans in the trash.
This is a scam anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really glad that we saved the environment.
The only prank I ever pulled because I thought my year's senior prank was stupid. We like filled stuff with balloons, and then somebody decided to fill the bathrooms with water balloons, and then we got in trouble. But I put signs on all the doors that said, "This door is only to be used for entering and exiting." And then I watched people walk around. And then they would get to the next set of doors and they'd be like, "Man, what's up with these doors?" And then they get to the third set and they'd be like, "Wait a second, entering? That's what I'm doing." And then they would go in. I was like, "You guys are so dumb." But I loved it. It looked like so official. It was like, "Only do this." And people were like, "Oh yeah, for sure. I'll just walk around." They're like, "Oh, it's fine. I don't even want to read that."
That's an amazing psych experiment that you did. That should be in a graduate class. That's incredible.
Just a sociopathic little 11th grader.
100%. I wouldn't go in that door. I'd be
No.
like, "Oh no, can't do that."
Yeah, of course.
I don't know what that's about. I did one time think about just buying myself a bunch of like different color wristbands.
Oh my god.
And then just seeing what a VIP was like, and I'd be like, "Got it."
That's genius.
Because
Oh
they
my
don't
God.
really, they sometimes check. Like, I went to a BuzzFeed event when I first moved here, and if you worked for BuzzFeed, you had like a blue one. And if you were a fan, you got a purple one. But I got there early, apparently, so no other fans were there. So I went to the bar, and they're like, "Oh, what color's your wristband?" They asked me. Now, thinking back, I should have said blue.
Right.
But I didn't know why they asked. I was like, "Well, you guys gave it. So it's just the purple one that you gave me." Why are you asking me? They're like, "Oh, if you worked here, you could have gotten free drinks." And I was like, "You don't know who you work with?"
It's blue.
And I was like, "Wait a second. Well, first of all, I know everybody that works here because they're all on BuzzFeed videos. I'm not on those. So you would know that I don't work with you." They were so confused.
People
and then
that
they
work
gave me
at
a free drink
BuzzFeed
anyway.
Don't watch BuzzFeed videos.
That's probably fair.
They're
It's
watching
too much
HuffPost
trauma.
videos
Yeah.
to make BuzzFeed videos.
Oh,
about-
yeah.
Yeah, it's an
To,
endless.
to sneak their ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
They gave me free drinks because I was the only fan there
Nice.
for like a full hour. They were like, all right, just come get drinks.
But for real, are we printing wristbands? Are we printing wristbands?
I don't know about
Don't need to
printing.
print wristbands. I have a fuckload of them.
What do you mean?
In various
I have,
colors.
in various colors.
Let's
I have
go.
a shitload of them. I was a
In fact,
COVID
we could make our own VIP section.
Yeah,
If
that's what
then-
we should do. Let's just show up in wristbands and be like, excuse me,
Oh my
We're the
god.
VIPs
gotta get
that are supposed to be here
gotta
tonight.
get in the back.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
then people will be like, well, I need to get a wristband. Now we're selling them.
yeah, now we're selling them.
this is the first time
$30
that we've
cover
like,
charge.
made future plans on the podcast. But this
This
is
has to happen.
This is this
happening.
weekend.
We will
Yeah.
take a video of this.
Yes.
We will do this. We got to find
And
an
also,
event
I'll
that we
have
really want to go
crutches, so
to.
they're not going to extra check, you know? Because they'll be like, too much hassle to ask her
Put a
what
second
she's doing.
wristband on the crutch. That way, they're like, "Are you sure your crutch is gonna come?" And be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
100% sure. We checked.
yeah."
Have you
so,
seen the wristband?
I don't
Have
know
you
why
seen
you're not
its
letting me in.
wristband? It's only on the right one because I'm not wearing two, so why should they? Like,
Except for we put a different color on. They're like, "Your crutches are actually extra VIP," and you're like, "Ah, shit."
Shit.
they're not going to leave me.
Take him away in the golf cart.
No, they look away. We get another one. Actually, I too am extra VIP. So sorry about it. They're like, I could have sworn that was blue.
Yeah.
Why'd you
This
guys
is-
bring a bag full of
This
wristbands?
is an incredibly cost-effective prank. I know for a fact that multicolored wristbands are $11 on Amazon for 600 of them.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I have
This
a
is perfect.
surplus. I
This
have
is perfect.
several.
I can't wait to just like pretend to be whatever VIP situation is happening.
Yeah.
Because
My
they're not
heart
looking
is
for the
beating
words that are
so
sometimes
fast.
on
Just the
them.
color.
They're literally just letting you in.
They don't care.
Okay, let's see. I mean, we have a couple, and they are Rihanna, Madonna, Dalai Lama.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say Dolly Parton. Because, like, Mary, right?
Right. Well, of
okay.
course, that's too easy.
Dalai Lama is getting dick down by me. Madonna, see you later, sweetheart. You're dead. And Rihanna, let's hit the wedding bells ASAP. That one's easy.
Well, yeah, she is so beautiful and
She
talented.
is so Rihanna.
Yeah. Yes. She's a new adjective.
Yeah.
Because she is so.
That's oof. I love her so much. I love her so much.
Rihanna's so cool. If she came out tomorrow and was like, "Everybody shit themselves. Everybody starts shitting your pants all the time."
I
I'd
would
do
try
it.
it,
I would.
truly.
I would shit myself.
I would drink my morning coffee and then just not go to the bathroom.
Don't need to.
And just
Rihanna
sit
told me
there.
I shit myself now,
Yeah.
and I'm not a huge Rihanna fan.
And I would truly be like, I feel better for it.
Rihanna.
Now, something I feel like we have brushed over. You're fucking the Dalai Lama. Why?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think he deserves to be killed.
Oh, that's the only reason is to save the Dalai Lama?
And also, like, I don't know, it's sensual, real soft and quiet,
Ooh.
real meditative sex. I think.
Tantric.
Yeah.
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 Does the idea of tantric sex, does that interest you? It seems like it would take a long time.
I would need to know what tantric means.
It's when you have sex for long periods of time,
Takes
like
a long time.
10 to 14 hours.
I can't even do anything for 10 to 14.
Yeah, exactly.
I can sleep for that long.
I can't
If
even
I'm
do
sad.
that. I'll have to wake up and then be like, nah, and then go back to sleep.
Fair.
I've got to break it up with something.
Yeah. I mean, I might be wrong. I might not know what tantric sex is.
No, that's it. It's
But I think it's like long
Long,
fucking.
yeah, it's like
long,
stages of building up to the.
Yes.
No, thank you. No, we can meditate in between these little stages he has. I don't need to just be doing stuff for 14 hours.
Yeah. Stop, get a bite,
Yeah.
watch a movie.
I mean, I think tantric sex is just the natural evolution of soaking.
Ew.
Are
Ew.
you familiar
I
with
feel
soaking?
like I am, and I feel like I pushed it out of my mind because it's bad.
I'm
Well-
sorry. All right. Well, let's go on to the next fuck, Mary, Kill.
No. This is worth explaining because it is horrifying.
Somebody listening might not know.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Random person that it's never heard of the internet. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. I'm
How'd
glad
you
this
get
is your
here?
first foray.
Yeah,
I'm amazed that you found us.
So soaking is an act done in the Mormon community, LDS
So
community.
you know it's sus.
Yeah, so you know it is questionable
Yeah.
in nature. So they are not allowed to. They're not allowed to fornicate
They're not
until
allowed to fuck.
until they are wed. So as a quote unquote loophole, they will just stick their dick inside of you and not move.
That's so funny.
And then there's a third party
There's a third party
who jumps on the bed
who jumps on the bed to
to
move
create
them.
friction as so
I
sexual.
thought they were just lying there
Nope.
still.
No, they're like
Just like, they feel good? I don't know.
they're like jumping on the bed.
At some point, you're just numb. I can't feel anything anymore.
They're called something.
Jump humping.
Jump humping.
It's called jump humping. Is the third party.
But what's that? That person's not feeling sexual.
I
They're
mean,
just having a bouncy
unless
time.
they have a thing.
No, they're like a little. They're doing a little cucking.
A little bit. I mean, are they? Is that cucking?
I don't really know if I understand
I don't
cucking.
think in cucking that you are causing the sex.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's another step. That's
Yeah.
a different level.
I mean, I feel like cucking is like, oh, come on. What are you doing?
I thought it was like
I don't think cucking has a phrase.
I like to think that cucking is a character from a 1990s sitcom. Hey, come on. What are you doing?
What's going on over
what are you
there?
doing? Fucking my wife.
Fuck my wife. Come on.
No, I recently did a lot of research on the cuckold community
Oh, really? What?
for work.
Oh, okay.
No spoilers. Anyways,
Oh, okay, good.
a lot of the the community that is built, they will get these bulls to come and fuck their wives. And then later on, when you have sex with your wife, you feel like you're taking her back from that very attractive, like Marvel Studios-esque man.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I don't appreciate it. It's very strange to me just as a concept. But
I
like,
never
good
knew
for
about
them.
the
Do what you
second
do.
half of cucking.
Yeah, me either.
I've only ever been exposed to the first half.
Yeah, to chapter
Yeah,
one.
where you're like, this person's fucking my wife and I like it. But like, these men aren't even there sometimes. They're just like, your wife goes and has some good sex, and then she comes home and has some good sex with her husband.
You'd
Right.
hope.
You'd hope.
Yeah.
Or she gets.
I mean, the
bigger.
pressure is on,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to sneeze or like,
Yeah, you don't want to stutter step, nothing
Yeah.
like. You just gotta be better.
oh,
than
my ankle. Ah!
You gotta be better than the person that does this for a living.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is hard, you know.
Like,
You're-
all right,
all of us
Mortimer,
are just
come eat me
hobbyists
out.
at sex, you know.
Fuck, marry, kill. Shrek,
Oh,
Austin Powers,
oh,
Wayne from Wayne's World.
okay. Because here's the thing: I love Shrek, but I love the movie. You know, do I love him?
Right.
Think about how terse he is.
How what?
How like terse and
Oh, yeah.
grumpy.
I was thinking about his skin first. I was like,
It's, oh, you know that skin is dry. He just not moisture. He puts
it's
mud on himself.
cracked.
Do you think
and-
it's like a snake where it looks wet but it's kind of smooth, or do you think it's more like a frog where it's
I think it
bumpy?
I think
looks
it's a frog.
dry.
I think
and
it's a
then-
frog.
Yeah, it's probably a frog.
maybe a toad?
So imagine that.
Oh my god! Thinking about all of this now, poor guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my god, Shrek. But I love Shrek. But do I want
As
to,
a concept.
right? Like marriage. Because like my house can't be nasty. And my insides can't be nasty either, right? So
Right.
I think just because that's the only option in which he doesn't invade my clean space,
There.
Shrek's gotta die.
Wow. The children of the internet are going to be pissed.
I'm acting as if I don't have two other options that I have to deal with now.
Yeah, you've got two potentially equally dirty options to deal with.
I think I might marry Wayne, and then I'd fuck Austin Powers because he'd be doing freaky shit. Didn't
Yeah.
he? And like part of like the implication in that movie is that like Beyonce would fuck him. So like I think I could.
And
do that.
Heather Graham.
And Heather Graham. So
Yeah.
like I can add myself to that list of beautiful women.
Yeah.
Not that I get to be with them, but I mean through
By
the
proxy.
transitive property, you know? Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe they're in
If
the in the
if
mix.
Austin Powers is like, oh, no, thank you. I would not have a third. I would be,
no.
no, please. I'm
That's
monogamous.
when you
I'm
know
with
they got
somebody.
a studio note that just was not good and they had
Yeah.
to take.
I always forget about Goldmember when I think about Austin Powers.
That's for the best.
It's the weakest of the trilogy. I think we
100%.
can all agree.
Yeah. It's the Ocean's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, it is the Ocean's 12. Ugh, gross.
Poor Shrek. Truly, like, at every hotel I've been at in the past, like, 5 years, I'll just be channel surfing and Shrek will be on and I'll just not do the other things I had to do that day. Like I was in Vegas. My cousin was like, I'll teach you guys how to like hit the craps table or whatever the fuck. I don't know because I didn't go. Because I'm scrolling. Shrek is on. I sat back down, said all the words. My sister has a video of me just like cheesing. I was so happy when he was like, I like that boulder. I was like, oh my God. And then my cousin's like, wait, I'm supposed to teach you guys how. I was like, you guys can go. I'll keep watching.
You have a good time.
I don't need to get out of in Vegas. Leave me alone.
Truly, one of my favorite parts about traveling is watching South Park reruns on Comedy Central.
Oh yeah.
Anytime
On
we
whatever
go anywhere,
Comedy Central
I'm like,
channel,
Sedona,
yeah.
beautiful, beautiful place. So glad we're here. Can we get to the Hilton, please?
Let's get in.
So I can watch any episode of South Park from 2003 to 2012.
Yeah.
Like, why am I awake? It's
Yeah.
5 a.m. Oh, King of the Hill is on.
Yeah.
And this is funny because you could choose to watch that at home,
100%.
but it doesn't feel the
Don't want
same.
it.
It's
Not the
not.
same.
As
I like
good.
my programming to be chosen for me.
Yeah,
I
take
think
this choice out of it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You choose which
Yeah.
South Park episode. I don't want to. Do
That's
that.
how I end up on TV Guide. Just for if the first channel that you turn on is TV Guide, that's rude. I think force me into something.
Yeah.
But don't just give me all the options and then I have to sit there and be like, well, I don't remember what was on channel 64, but I think I wanted it more than Hallmark. So let's go back through, and then channel 64 is like Lifetime. So it's the same thing.
As I age, I know I'm gaining more acceptance because I used to get really mad that the numbers were different at hotels.
What do you mean?
Like
Different than
in my
your hometown?
yeah, MTV is 23, Comedy Central is 49.
Interesting.
Like
I've
for
been
the
to a hotel with those channels,
Oh, so were you in? Oh,
but I
did
didn't.
they
No,
double?
at home is not that.
Yeah. What? Where
like-
was this hotel?
I don't remember. I
Was
just
it
remember.
Atlanta?
You know what? It was probably in Kentucky.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
They're probably in the same grid
yeah.
because this is in South Alabama. MTV
And I'm
is
using
23.
hotel very generously.
Ooh.
Motel.
Thank you for coming to the recurring segment, Chicks Hotel Reviews. Go ahead.
3 out of 5 stars.
Nice.
Could have been higher if they had not put a baby in between all of our rooms, because we were there to slap the bag and drink some Franzia and get crazy.
Nice.
But that baby was there for God knows what reason.
That's awful.
They did not have fun with us. I was like, Zay.
That baby was there for the bluegrass.
Yeah.
Free public service announcement to anybody listening. Don't stay at the O Spa in Palm Springs. Just
Why?
don't. Oh, it's awful.
What's wrong with it?
I can't believe that there are Palm Springs hotels that are not good. Isn't that place just supposed to be
Well, okay, so the O Spa,
The best.
tits.
Yeah.
it's, I actually am glad I'm talking to you about this. It is a cannabis friendly hotel.
All right, it already sounds like no one's cleaning.
Yeah, no, definitely not. The proprietor, Rick, is not only not cleaning, but I assume fucking on every surface he can get his
no.
gross,
Gross.
dirty balls on.
No.
Yeah.
Also, Rick.
Yeah. Oh, his name is Rick.
That's a dirty name.
It is.
It is.
Dirty Rick.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something.
Now, my personal, how I feel safe at a hotel is when you check in, right? And there's a person there. And they check
I was
you
like,
in.
is that the end?
Yeah.
And honestly, it was. Yes, it is. Because I got to the O Spa and there was no one there.
No.
Oh
There
my
was
God.
just the window where you check in and a full mattress filled with 8 or 9 dogs
What?
just
Whose
staring
dogs?
at me. Rick's. And and the dogs are staring at me and barking as I'm trying to find the proprietor of, like, have you ever been like at a comedy show and then like the mic breaks or the comedian just walks off and doesn't bring, and like the fugazi of a comedy show kind of starts to fall apart, where you're like, is this a show? Is this a comedy show?
What is
What are we
happening?
doing? Why am I here? I could be studying for a
I'm
master's
nodding,
degree.
but I've never experienced that. But continue.
But like, so when you're at comedy shows, I've seen this happen quite a few times. Enough so that I've kind of become desensitized to. I know this is a show. I know this is a fake, right?
Right.
I've never had that experience at a hotel.
Wait, what? Are you saying it was a fake?
No, it was a real hotel, but
But
the
it doesn't
longer you
seem like
wait
it.
for the proprietor to show up, the more you realize what a hotel is.
Yeah.
Which is somebody else's house that you're paying to stay in for a night to sleep and shower and take a shit. And in this instance, get real high.
And usually you don't want to meet the owner of the house that you're staying at.
Not at all.
But you met Rick.
Not only did I meet Rick, he offered my fiance several massages and did not offer me any. Pretty upset about
Rick,
it.
you got 2 hands. There's 2 of
Rick,
us.
what are we doing here? You can please use your gross hands to touch me. Did not want it. Glad he didn't offer. He then, I'm standing at the check-in counter for 20 minutes.
That's too long.
I'm calling the number that's there. No one is answering.
Can you hear it ring?
I can't hear it ring, but I'm looking around. There's like a man in his 50s, shirtless, smoking cigarettes and wine. I was like, that's a sex thing. No, that is not going to go over there.
Yeah.
Wish he wasn't looking at me. Finally, Rick kind of strolls up out of the darkness and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm trying to get into this hotel that I spent $170 for. And he's like, oh, okay, let me show you around.
Huh?
It's
not supposed to come with a tour. It should be straightforward.
Yes, here's your room. That's
End
it.
of.
And end of interaction. No, he shows me around the property. He shows me the gross bathtubs that are in the desert that I'm sure are filled with scorpions and herpes.
Scorpions. So I wasn't even worried
He
about the
shows me
herpes.
he shows me all the broken spa equipment. He shows me the pool that is 24 hours and filled with his own jism.
Oh, gross.
No.
As we're
Rick.
walking around, I'm observing everything at the O Spa, and I'm like, Rick is fucked everywhere here. Like, have you ever just been in a place you're like, this is someone else's. Someone
Yeah.
else has dominated every surface,
Crevice.
every crevice. Everything has been fucked upon by Rick. Like, I can just tell. Mostly because of how he walks around. Like, he
No.
fucked on everything. It's kind of like his gait.
He's taking like a nostalgia tour of his exes.
Yeah, Rebecca. And it's just awful. And then he's like, hang out in the clubhouse. I got to go get your room ready. And I was like, clubhouse? What? And he puts us in this
Get
weird...
my room ready.
Yeah, like... why
That's what
don't
you should have been doing for the 20 minutes.
It's 7:45 at night. Why is the room not ready? And I was like, all right, man, cool. So he puts us in this weird clubhouse room. And I'm like... well, I'm going to look around and see if there's anything because you've left me alone in this clubhouse. There's nothing. There's no cups. The water does not work. The TV is off. The air conditioner does not work.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Then he's like, we stay in there another 15 minutes while he, I assume, jacks off on every single
For
thing
sure.
in our room.
Yeah.
That way he knows it's still his, even though somebody else is staying there. Then he takes us to our hotel room, which is Pepto-Bismol pink from floor to roof. Everything is pink. There is gross black and white pictures of Marilyn Monroe, which normally I don't have any problems with pictures of Marilyn Monroe, but it's a lot, right? So
And Rick has used them.
and Rick has used them for the dirtiest
Yeah.
reasons. My fiance is crying. I'm crying. I'm like, let's just pass out. We'll wake up at 4 a.m. and then we'd never have to be here anymore. Couldn't sleep. We're both sobbing. I'm like, I'm still smoking a ton of weed at this point, so I'm like, maybe I'll go get high and that'll make it better. I go out. This is middle of the pandemic. I work at a dispensary. I have weed, so much weed.
Yeah.
I am covered in weed. I am Machine Gun Kelly level weed because I am weed at this point. A guy comes out. He's like, "Hey, you want to smoke a bowl with me?" I was like, "I'm good. I have my own weed. You have your own weed. We can smoke weed in general proximity to each other, but I don't really want to. I don't want to smoke a bowl with you. I don't know you, and pandemic, and no." And he's like, "Come on, man, smoke a bowl with me." And I'm like, "No, thank you. Do you need weed? I have weed.
I'll even provide.
Here's your own weed that you can smoke." And he's like, "Man, nobody wants to smoke a bowl with me." I was like, "Do you not have the fucking news? We're 6 months into the pandemic. No one is smoking weed with you because you keep offering to smoke weed with people. You gross. You gross. You gross."
That's so strange. Like his feelings, like, damn.
Yeah.
10% has nobody want to smoke with me.
Nobody wants to smoke my bowl
For
with my
6
lips.
months, nobody has wanted to share a bowl
It
with
sucks,
me.
dude. I don't get it.
The
Everybody's
fuck?
fucking.
I wish I had my phone.
So we try and go back in. We try and sleep for 30 minutes. We can't do it. We're like are trying to have a nice romantic getaway. We can't do it. So 30 minutes in, we're reading the reviews. Every review's like, Rick will not give you your fucking money back, no matter how hard you try. Don't even try it. He will lose his shit on you. Oh no. The best part is I go up and I'm like, "Hey, Rick, do you have a toothbrush?" Because I forgot to bring a toothbrush. And he was like,
He could give you his own.
no, he does something even worse. I wish that is par for the course for Rick, but no, what he does is something even more Rick.
Oh no.
He goes, "No, man, we don't have a toothbrush." And I was like, "That's fine, man. It's cool. I'm already in hell. Why would you have a toothbrush?
How would I be able to brush my teeth?
Why would I have a nice clean mouth when
No.
everything else is dirty?" And I go, "It's fine, Rick. No worries. I'm just gonna go to 7-Eleven." And I kind of start to mosey off, and he goes, "I do have a toothbrush." And I was like, "You motherfucker. Why didn't you keep lying to me?" And he says the single most terrifying thing a hotel proprietor has ever said to me, which is he goes, "I'm just kind of done working." And I was like, but I'm still at your business.
You
And
can't be done, Rick.
It's
You can't be
9:30
done.
p.m.
You
That's
and all
not-
those dogs have to continue to work. I don't.
So who is working at this? Do I work here now, Rick? Am I?
Rick hands you the keys. I'm just like done.
This is yours. This is your place now.
Turns out it's The Shining, and you've always been there.
I honestly, terrifying thought. It is my hell. And then we left because we couldn't stop sobbing and we
Yeah.
couldn't sleep. So we went to a Hilton and just felt so safe.
Yeah.
Felt so taken care of. Put
Any
on South
Hilton will
Park.
do after that.
Dude,
Jeez.
the Palm Springs Hilton. And it's the sweetest old man working in the Hilton. He's like, "Hey guys, you okay?" And we're like, Rick was
That's
gonna
Rick's
fuck us.
brother.
Oh man, this is gonna be a 3-hour podcast. I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much for listening to part 1 of episode 5, Any Bunny Will Bad Bunny. Yeah, I'm sticking by the name. We had such an amazing time with Chick that we had to split the episode into 2. So come back next week for part 2 of episode 5, Any Bunny Will Bad Bunny. And while you're at it, follow Chick on Instagram at Chik Agwuna, and follow us on Instagram at FMKMePod. And if you have your own FMKs, WYRs, or OEQs that you absolutely have to hear on the pod, please just send us an email. We would love to hear from you at fmkmepod@gmail.com. And we'll see you next week for part 2 of episode 5 with special guest Chik Agwuna. Thank you, baby. Mwah! You know, like that bird on TikTok? You probably haven't seen it.